guys? Welcome to another episode of the Cryptoverse DAO news. Basically, as we usually do, we're going to do a little roundup of what's been going on in the world of crypto. We're going to take a look at developing stories, older stories, revisit some stuff. Today is the 15th of June, so that's something I want to talk about that I'm going to kind of close off the conversation with, I think, so we can roll it into the discussion. But let's start with, let's go in order. The first thing I want to talk about is Celsius. Big snafu, right? Celsius kind of tanked. They're calling it current financial challenges that the company is facing, but it's a bit of a mess. They've stopped withdrawals. They did a whole. Let's go through it. Let's go through it with Ezra. So Celsius is now reportedly seeking advice from lawyers on restructuring. They reportedly onboarded attorneys recently to find different solutions to the current financial challenges that the company is facing. So effectively what happened, financial woes. Reportedly, they're looking for other strategic alternatives now. Potentially a financial restructuring, that might be something, to solve its current problems. So what they did was, recently they paused withdrawals from its platforms. It happened on Monday. They call it the Celsius Exodus. 320 million in crypto sent to FTX. User withdrawals paused. So what happened was they paused withdrawals from the platform on Monday this week, citing extreme market conditions, which, fair enough, I suppose. Amid the withdrawal freeze, the firm has, what it's done is it's unstaked around $247 million in WBTC, wrapped Bitcoin, from the liquidity protocol AVE, and sent it to the FTX exchange. So people basically, the firm unstaked from liquidity and sent everything to FTX. Now, apart from the WBTC, the firm has also sent $74 million worth of Ether to FTX. So it's literally an exodus, man. So what is that? That's $320 million, isn't it? Yeah. As rumors of Celsius's insolvency proliferate, crypto exchange Nexo has extended its hands to the lending platform. The crypto firm recently told Cointelegraph that the Nexo, along with its partners and affiliates, is able to acquire a part or all of Celsius's outstanding collateralized loan receivables. They're trying to help out, trying to bail them out, basically, a little bailout package. To quench holder fears amid the situation at Celsius, Tether has announced that the current events surrounding the lending platform have no impact on Tether's reserves. Tether, it's a stablecoin USDT, one of the bigger ones. No impact. They're saying, don't worry about it. The Celsius debacle, it's literally not going to affect us. According to Tether, while they do have an investment in Celsius, it's not the type of investment that would lead to an impact on the stability of its reserves. The announcement also highlighted that the situation at Celsius is a result of market volatility. Binance has also paused BTC withdrawals, same time, on its platform on Monday, same day, just as the Celsius pause started. But CZ, Chengpeng Zhao, he has assured holders that their funds were safe and the exchange will open withdrawals soon. And on the same day, the crypto exchange resumed withdrawals. CZ was actually on Twitter talking about this stuff recently. So, follow him on Twitter because he's a guy to... he's a huge name in crypto, so obviously, stay on top of things, but also, he's one of those guys that I find his tweets interesting, man. Him, Vitalik's he is quite out of touch, to be fair, like, with the real world, but, then again, so are all of these crypto people in it. Like, take a look at Elon, he's, like, super out of touch. It's crazy. But yeah, man, that's, that's the news on Celsius. The next thing I want to talk about, quite good. The SEC is reportedly launching an investigation into insider trading on exchanges. If you're catching this on the YouTube, you know that we obviously upload education episodes. One of the things we talked about recently was technical analyses, what they mean, how to look at charts, how to chart the charts, how to read the charts, how to operate within the trading space somewhat. And one of the things I talked about was volume, right? And manipulation. I talked about manipulation. This is what I'm talking about: insider trading and whales and big, huge money that comes in and pumps and dumps the stock in order to get a better entry price or to cause some fuckery in the market, bro. That's effectively what manipulation does, and insider trading causes manipulationary kind of manipulationary. Goddamn, I'm creating words now. But it's a good thing basically. An investigation into insider trading on exchanges specifically to stop manipulation of price. The commission could be performing routine checkups, the SEC, on the exchange in question, or it could be looking for specific compliance violations to litigate against. So the U.S. SEC, the Securities and Exchanges Commission, has reportedly launched a probe to discover how crypto exchanges are working to prevent insider trading. Fox Business reported on Wednesday that a person with direct knowledge of the SEC's activities said that the commission had sent a letter to a major crypto exchange requesting information about how the platform protects users from insider trading. Because realistically, if you don't know what you're doing, you could sign up to trade on an exchange. You have a broker that, I don't know how much this applies to crypto because I don't really trade crypto at all, so I'm not like set up to do that, so I don't know what it looks like. But for Forex, if you don't know what you're doing, dude, you could end up with like a ridiculous spread, a ridiculous like lot size on your trade or something, and the trade, like, manipulation can just eat up your money. It can eat up your whole investment if you don't know what you're doing. And people will say it's nobody's fault but your own, but honestly, I mean, these platforms don't make it easy to understand what your what is it, the lot? No, it's not the lot size, it's the spread. I think it's the spread, the one to that ratio, like 1 to 30, 1 to 500, 1 to whatever. They hide those settings, man. They don't tell you. And what that does is you're either making, like, sure, you could be getting a good position, but you're making crappy money because you don't know how to change the lot size, or you can't account for your spread. You can't pass the spread, which is basically like the commission that the broker takes, right? So these things can happen, and manipulation is not what could be completely like wicked out all of a sudden. And boom, you lose your money. Your days, well. Now there was a letter, like we said before, Ezra has given us the sauce. A letter was sent to a major crypto exchange, we don't know which one yet, requesting information about how it protects users from insider trading. The source believes that the same letter has been sent to multiple exchanges, not just the one. It's not clear which one, but the news outlets at Coinbase, Binance, FTX, and Crypto.com all declined to comment. These are the biggest ones. So they didn't say no, basically. The SEC also declined to confirm the probe. Bro, okay. The nature of the inquiry is also unclear. The SEC could be seeking out leads to litigate against an exchange's potential legal violations via the enforcement division, or it could be a routine compliance check through the Office of Compliance Inspection and Examination. Too many offices. Allegations of insider trading at the largest NFT marketplace, OpenSea, have caught the attention of the SEC in recent weeks. Cointelegraph reported on June 3rd that the commission could ultimately label NFTs as securities after charges of insider trading to OpenSea's former product manager, Nathaniel Chastain, surfaced. Partner at Hogan & Hogan law firm, Jeremy Hogan, told Fox Business that the SEC's current interest in exchanges may stem from the allegations of insider trading on tokens that were scheduled for listing and were likely to see a price gain. Hogan says that it's that sort of trading that the SEC might be forewarning the exchange they need to get in control of. Makes sense. There's the proposed Digital Commodity Exchange Act of 2022, which the SEC is trying to like come out with, get it manifested basically. This would see the SEC take kind of jurisdiction over. No, it would see its current presumed jurisdiction over crypto exchanges rescinded. The SEC will have less power over crypto exchanges, basically. It won't be in charge. It won't be responsible. If it passes, the bill will give the Commodity Futures Trading Commission authority over crypto exchanges and stablecoin providers. Current market conditions and ongoing scandals in the crypto industry may have catalyzed the SEC's decision to start the inquiry. Early last month, the Terra ecosystem collapsed after the Terra USD Classic USTC stablecoin depegged, and the Luna Classic cryptocurrency plunged to 99.9% in value. God damn. Yeah, that was a real shame. That was a real shame, to be honest. A lot of people, I mean, it's shit. And what happened should not have happened, but, it hurt a lot of innocent people, which that's the only part that I'm like, I don't give a fuck about dope. The normal people that just didn't know what they were doing and just pumped all of their like life savings and money into Luna, you should not do that. Never invest more than you can afford to lose, and never invest every asset ever. Don't ever do that. That's stupid. You literally, man, even on like they literally say don't put the don't don't keep the merchandise and the whatever. Just don't put things together in one place. Spread things around. Spread things around. And this is why the Cryptoverse DAO exists. It's to prevent that type of pain in the world, man, because blockchain is a beautiful thing. Blockchain is an amazing thing, and it should not be causing pain for people. And it didn't. What does happen is, blockchain is so amazing that greedy idiots are also able to make money. And what do greedy idiots do? They make money in a way that hurts other people. And that's what we're trying to prevent here. That's what we're trying to put a stop to, because the more people with education, the more people that know what they're doing, the more people who have information and context, as that demographic grows, the prey for these greedy idiots, that demographic shrinks. Fewer people fall victim um, to bad actors and scams, or not even intentional scams, but like technologies that weren't thought through. Because that's what is it? It's incompetence, and being incompetent sometimes can be worse than being an evil person. It can do more damage, right? Unintentionally. Um, so yeah, again, bit tangential, but needs to be said. Current market conditions and ongoing scandals in the crypto industry may have catalyzed the SEC's decision to start the inquiry early last month. Boom. More recently, the decentralized finance, the DeFi staking and lending platform Celsius. Yeah, we looked at that just a second ago. They froze user withdrawals, and rumors are swirling around its potential insolvency amid all of that, $320 million dollar exodus, um, moving to FTX. Now, the total crypto market cap has dropped below $1 trillion for the first time since February 2021, currently down 1.1% over the past 24 hours to $977 billion. That's according to CoinGecko. This is the best time to buy. This is the best time to buy. I've been told that last year, this time, things looked even worse, but, come November, come December, everyone was rich again. Same thing's gonna happen, 110%. I mean, we've had predictions within the Cryptoverse DAO of like 11,000, 10,000, being like the lower floor that it hits before bouncing back. But the one thing that we all know, one thing that I believe strongly, obviously, like it just doesn't make sense otherwise. Like, if Bitcoin just disappeared, that would be truly shocking. That would be truly shocking, like genuinely shocking. Because it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen right now. But the thing is, people don't know that, right? I'm not just a maximalist because I like do work within the Cryptoverse DAO. That's not the reason I'm a maximalist. I'm a maximalist because I've read the Bitcoin white paper and I know what it sets out to create. I know what it sets out to do, right? And that technology, I've always said, if a thing is the best way to get the best use out of something is to use it the way it was meant to be used. If you read the Bitcoin white paper, it's not being used, really, this technology. Nowadays, it's not being used the way it's meant to be used. If it is used the way it's meant to be used, the world is going to be a fantastic place. That's why I'm a maximalist, because I know that the technology itself, and the other thing is, like, all the drama and bullshit around something, it's momentary, it's temporary, it falls away. Like, the essence of something doesn't change, and the essence of Bitcoin is telling me that it's gonna fucking shoot right back up. And then it'll dip again, don't get me wrong, we'll have another winter. We'll have plenty of crypto winters. There's many to come. We have a winter every year, guys. We December every year. It's gonna happen. But as the world progresses and blockchain mass adoption becomes more of a reality, less of a wet dream for optimistic people like me, um, you'll see the crypto winters become a bit less intense as every year passes, and you'll see the crypto summers become much more intense as things pass. Um, so let's put a pin in that and let's talk about Coinbase. They have become a bit of a joke because they announced, "Hey, we're expanding. We're gonna friggin' like take on a bunch of people," and then they rescinded offers. They did all kinds of stuff. They basically plan to cut their headcount by 18%, with the CEO citing a starting economic recession. That's not very CEO behavior, to be honest. I mean, I don't think that's, but whatever, that's cool. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong officially announced on Tuesday that he made a difficult decision to reduce the size of Coinbase team by about 18% due to a starting economic recession. Shouldn't be saying that, man. That's putting sentiment into the world that's gonna make that. I mean, yeah, we are basically heading into a recession. Yeah, it is. It is what it is, man. We appear to be entering a recession after a 10-plus-year economic boom. A recession could lead to another crypto winter, and could last for an extended period, of course. But we have winters. It's all good. We bounce back. He added that the trading revenue significantly declined during past crypto winters, noting that Coinbase has survived four since 2012. He emphasized the firm's been growing too quickly, with the headcount reaching 1,250 employees early last year. According to Brian, the team has done a 4x over the last 18 months, and the employee costs are too high, basically. So, all departing employees are going to receive support in finding a new role. They're also going to get a minimum 14 weeks severance. That's very nice, actually. If it's all departing employees, it's nice that they give everybody a severance package, despite how long you've been there or whatever. Like, that's sweet. But then also yeah, whatever. Additional 2 weeks for every year of employment beyond 1 year. Additional support includes 4 months of health insurance in the United States, and 4 months of mental health support globally. Coinbase's massive layoff announcement came shortly after Armstrong took to Twitter on Friday to criticize its employees for issuing a public petition to remove some senior Coinbase executives in a vote of no confidence. Great. So, vote of no confidence. Let me fire 18% of my staff. The petition specifically called for the removal of COO Emily Choi, Chief Product Officer Sarojit Chatterjee, as well as Chief People Officer LJ Brock. That's a name and a half, bro. LJ Brock. Wow. According to the petition's authors, Coinbase's executive team has been making decisions that were, quote unquote, not in the best interests of the company, its employees, and its shareholders. The petitioners argued that those decisions led to results like the failure of the NFT platform they tried to do, toxic workplace culture, and an apathetic attitude exhibited by senior management and others. Interesting. Anyway, 99.9% of the company has important work to do, so if you can stop distracting us, that'd be great, and we will get back to work building cool stuff. If you're unhappy about something, work as part of the team to raise it along with solutions. It's easy to be a critic, harder to be a part of the solution. If you can't do that, and you're going to leak rant externally, then quit. Thanks. That's not very boss behavior, bro. Like, that's not how it's done. You don't publicly go and criticize your team publicly. Like, that's not brilliant. Coinbase previously announced in May that it would slow down hiring and reassess headcount to ensure it continues operating as planned. In announcing a new massive layoff, Coinbase joins the growing list of firms that had to cut their staff amid the ongoing bear market, including Winklevoss Brothers founded Gemini, crypto-friendly trading platform Robinhood. You guys remember Robinhood? And BlockFi trading platform, which said it was laying off 20% of its staff on Monday. Chris Marshallak of Crypto.com, he also took to Twitter on Saturday to announce that the Singapore-based exchange would lay off 260 workers, just about 5% of its workforce. FTX will not freeze hiring, is what the CEO has stated. FTX is not doing this. The rest of these guys are. Despite some crypto companies increasingly the size of their teams, others continue hunting for new talent. Binance, one of the world's largest crypto exchanges, That's the CZ guy that I mentioned before. He is still hiring, having more than 2,000 roles open for engineers, product, marketing, and business developers. I think that's what he was tweeting about. He was saying like, "Oh, it's all good, man. Like we can bunch more. We have what was his words? We have like a infinite war chest or something, like a very strong war chest. So don't worry about it." The crypto space is still in its early stages, yes, and bull markets tend to care more about price, while bear markets have more value conscious teams that continue to build the industry. Yes, thank you, CZ. We see this as a great time to bring on top talent. I agree completely. This tests the mettle of people, of projects, of ideas, of organizations, of everything. If you can survive a bear market, bro, if you can launch in a bear market and do it successfully, your product can weather the friggin' anything. Literally, Armageddon, you're good. You're solid. You're sorted. You're Gucci. Now let's move away from that and let's talk about consensus. Despite the crypto winter, the conference Consensus 2022 drew in 17,000 people to talk about Web3, unpacking regulations, the regulatory landscape of crypto and like the future of digital assets in general. Everything's bigger in Texas, that's what they say, proved to be true during Consensus 2022. Crypto conference took place June 9th to 12th in Texas this year. We covered it kind of a little bit when it was happening on the news. This is a bit of an event recap. According to the sponsors, Consensus 2018, which was held at the Hilton Hotel in New York, previously drew in about 9,000. So we've done like 9 to 17,000. Speaks volumes. Yeah, it's mass adoption, isn't it? And here they're talking about building the crypto ecosystem in a bear market. That's good. So the main talking point, yeah, new project, rise of Web3, main discussion points. Not really cryptocurrency prices. Goes back to what we were saying a second ago about value conscious teams and building the future rather than focusing on just the price, which is what generally happens during during a bull market rather than a bear market. Ray Youssef, founder and CEO of Paxful, a peer-to-peer cryptocurrency market, told Cointelegraph that crypto winters allow for building phases to begin, which he fully supports. Yeah, 110%. To his point, new tools and Web3, of course, to advance crypto ecosystems were hot topics of discussion. Despite the bear market, Meltem Demirors, bro, what? Meltem Demirors. Okay, sure, Meltem. The chief strategy officer of CoinShares, I apologize for butchering the name, told Cointelegraph that despite the bear market, she has seen an increase in people interested in different facets of the crypto industry. I have as well, man. There's like a big shift away from, despite the bear market, there's also a shift away from just the degen old world. There's a big shift away from the old world. People are fucking sick of it. People are starting to see the bullshit, call out the bullshit, and are very tired of the bullshit, basically. Demirors gave a yeah, there are different niches and pockets of crypto I'm now seeing, some of which I haven't even heard of. The Steppen Group, right? Move to Earn, that's a whole thing. The music NFT, fashion NFT scene, big. Newer communities. Think about land ownership NFTs. Think about the tokenization of space. Projects like Satoshi Island, projects like Copernic Space. Amazing stuff, right? Newer communities that she's heard about, read about, engaged with, but seeing them congregate, seeing them host their own events, that's where the real fun nuggets are. Now, cult mindset, that's something. They talk about cults and how the crypto community, I mean, cults have a bad rap generally, but to be honest, I agree that there's a massive crisis of meaning in the world today. There is. People need something to rally behind, something to put their faith in, to make their purpose, right? Occupations, religions, nationalities, things are falling apart really quickly in the world. Crypto is filling this niche a little bit, you know, bringing people together through memes, capitalism, and community value. Yes, sir. As such, Demirors noted that she believes crypto cults are attracting many people because it provides a sense of purpose along with capital. There's an interesting convergence happening, she says. Stacey Warden, we've talked about her, Algorand CEO, told Cointelegraph that Algorand views the winter as an opportunity for building. Cool, fantastic. They talked about financial inclusion coming about as a result of Web3. With Web 2, everything was huge platforms. With Web 3, it's more about identity. Is that Spencer Dinwiddie? Oh my god, that's Spencer Dinwiddie. What the fuck was he doing at Consensus? Bruh. Okay, that's he's a basketball player. He was on last last season, 2 seasons ago. I think he's in Washington. He's a genius. He's actually a very I think he went to Harvard. I'm not sure. I could be wrong, but yeah, he's very intelligent. Physical fashion isn't going away. I want to see what Spencer was doing here, man. Yeah, basically talking about the future of blockchain, the future of Bitcoin, the future of like Web3 and DeFi, in a very bullish manner. You know, talking about what it means for humanity in a very kind of during a very difficult time for the market. So Cointelegraph was interviewing Solo Cisse over here and Spencer Dinwiddie of Galaxy. Very interesting. Okay, let's. It's an open social marketplace for creators. Okay, cool. Galaxy has recently raised $26 million in strategic funding to expand its operations and development efforts. Look at that. Expansion during a bear market. While the emergence and growth of Web3 focused projects are notable, it's also important to point out that the current market conditions have been challenging for other key players. Peter Wall, CEO of Argo Blockchain, a mining company, told Cointelegraph that many Bitcoin miners raised equity in 2021, but this has been difficult for some given the bear market. It's going to be even more difficult, sir, when the Ethereum merge happens, whenever that happens. Only 2 ways for miners to raise capital now, either through debt or by selling Bitcoin. Although this may be, Wall elaborated that only miners with a reputable track record will receive loans. Crypto's regulatory landscape in the United States was also discussed. The Responsible Financial Innovation Act, which was introduced to the Senate on June 7th, 2022. According to a statement, the bipartisan bill sponsored by Senators Cynthia Lummis of Wyoming and Gillibrand of New York addresses the CFTC and SEC jurisdiction. We talked about those a second ago. Stablecoin regulation, banking, tax treatment of digital assets, and interagency coordination. Senator Pat Toomey, the ranking member of the Senate Banking Committee, he told Cointelegraph, wow, beautiful, Cointelegraph, that he thinks the bipartisan bill is terrific, further noting that the bill contains modest differences in how stables are treated. If you want the full lowdown, I'm not going to just... It was good. That's what happened. Take a look. It's in the live chat. I want to quickly visit this adyingnobody thing. It's the 15th. It looks like bro just released one huge story of value, so people know you aren't bullshitting. We'll get you a large following before the big drop. Who cares about a big drop? We tweeted about this. This is the Cryptoverse official. This is the Cryptoverse Twitter account. Go follow. With adyingnobody's account suspended, what will happen? Was this all just a grand ruse to stir the pot? Or will they come out with another leak, another account, or another way to spread the leak? If you missed it, here's a rundown on what happened. Effectively, crypto whistleblower. I want to come clean. I'm going to tear a rift. Just some anonymous guy claimed that there was a Telegram exploit that would allow you to view groups, messages within groups without actually being a member of the group. And what he did apparently was, allegedly, he's dying, and so he got all of this Telegram information about, let's take a look at it. Mild content warning, this is a bit sensitive if you're, June 15th, he's going to talk about crypto influencers ranging as little to as much as 1 million, discussions pertaining to all of this, right? Racism, homophobia, adultery, sexual assault, rug pulls, projects intended to scam the community and individuals, killing and stealing the crypto of an individual's, coordinated murder, assassination. June 30th, down to project creators in the top 200 market cap projects, AMMs, everything orgies, more SA, more, yep, all this adrenochrome nonsense, right? Friggin' assassinations, more of that. Weird obsessions with exes, giving them millions of dollars to hope that they fall back in love with you. And tampering with Twitter as well. Basically, getting people to click on this link. I mean, I'm not downloading some random bullshit, bro. I'm not doing it, but the information will find a way to come out if it is true. Now, whether or not it's true, what it did was it raised a really good conversation around the state of crypto, because whether or not it's true, it's believable. And the fact that it's believable is scary. The fact that it's not immediately laughed out the window. What, in crypto space? No way. Like, the fact that that wasn't the reaction is telling, and it shows that crypto needs to change. This is why I talk about greedy idiots and this, that, and the other. The Cryptoverse DAO is very, very, very against that type of stuff. All right, yeah, sure, we want you to make money, but we don't want you to scam people and make money. We don't want you to hurt people and make money. It's not about greedy mindsets. It's also about not doing. Because if you don't know what you're doing, and you're just like, oh yeah, let me put together, and yeah, we can do it, bro. It's all good. You're gonna end up hurting yourself and hurt people as well. It's not a game. Like, it's literally, it's not a game. But that's besides the point. That's it just needs to be said. It's important that this conversation happens, because these kinds of people do exist. They absolutely do. And anywhere that there's money to be made, you see people with power. Usually, it's these it's individuals like this that hold a lot of power. And yeah, I mean, this is effectively what ends up happening. What you guys think? I'm not sure. We did a little poll on our Twitter. Let me go take a look at that. The results of the. Good gravy. When did we actually cover? There it is. So this a dying nobody thing, I think it was, so like 90 people. The spread was 53%, 53.9% cap, and 46.1% of people said this was fact. So yeah, seems like people are being skeptical, which is good. Take everything with a grain of salt. That's makes sense. But like I said, whether or not it's true, it's a conversation that needs to happen, and people need to be acutely aware that this is not the space for that type of behavior. It's really not, man. Like, please stop. You're ruining the vibe for everyone else. It's like that one weird guy that's geeking at the party. Like, he comes up at you and he's hanging on you, he's sweating on you, he's like, bro, blah blah, and everyone's just uncomfortable. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Like, sure, you're having a whale of a time, but you're ruining it for everybody else, bro. So, like, don't do that, please. I think with that, we will wrap up the YouTube. Please do remember, once again, to subscribe, to like, to comment. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on everything, on Discord. We're literally giving you the tools to do the right thing in the bear market right now, which is to ideate, to develop yourself, to build skills, potentially build projects, build connections. Do what you can do in the bear market. And what you can do is learn and build yourself. We're going to give you the tools to do that. So stay engaged. I've been your host, Brooklyn, Dharma, whatever. Thank you so much for being a part of it. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Goodbye.